A very good morning to one and all. We are dealing with the subject called power system operation control. In the last class, we have seen some introduction to power system of, operation and control. In this class, we are going to see in detail how the generation is happening, how the transmission they are doing, and how the distribution is happening, and how we are enjoying the power at the remote end, that is farthest end. We are enjoying with the power. Okay, so every day morning we are waking up at like 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, sometimes in weekends we'll get up very late. Then the thing is that we are just enjoying the electric power. Right? We are just enjoying the electric power. We are switching on our AC, fan, then TV, fridge, everything is on. Okay, without that we can't survive in today's modern world. Without that we can't survive. Okay, so we want the sophisticated life. How the sophistication will come? So if all the appliances like music system, audio system, okay, sometimes while waking up we'll on our music system, okay, hearing some songs, then we'll wake up. Then our television will be always on, sometimes 24 hours in a day. Then or our appliances, you take like refrigerators like it is always on, okay, 24/7 into 365 days. I think maybe if power shutdowns is there, then maybe of 10 minutes or 15 minutes, more than half an hour, it might be shut down. Or otherwise your refrigerators, if you take, it is always on. And if you take like in summer season, we'll always go for switching on our air conditioners. Air conditioners will run for 8 hours in a day, 10 hours in a day. Then other appliances, if you take like so many like that, many appliances we are using. Okay, the morning time without mixer grinder, then electric stove. Okay, so like the many of us are now nowadays many of us are using this induction stove. Okay, electric rice cooker, like that many modern appliances is coming. Okay, so day by day new appliances are getting introduced. We are also buying, say for example, this Audi offer. So what we are doing is we are going to nearby shops and we are purchasing a new appliances with some offers. They are giving some offers, 10%, 20% offers. A new mixer grinder is introduced now. Then and that year itself, that month itself, what we'll do is we'll replace our old mixer grinder and we'll purchase a new one. Okay, and the new induction stove is introducing. We are keep on adding our appliances. Okay, day by day the load is gets increasing. Okay, it is not decreasing. The day by day the load is load gets increasing like anything. Okay, we are purchasing the appliances like anything. Monthly, minimum 2 appliances we are purchasing. A new iron box, then if a new ceiling fan introduced now, that also we are buying. Okay, with the remote control, with all speed, everything, temperature, everything depends on the temperature. It is getting on and off. It is that speed automatically it will vary. Okay, depends on the like outward temperature. Like that, some many appliances they are introducing. We are also buying simply like that. Why? Because we want sophisticated life. We want the sophisticated life. We don't want to go to nearby switchboard, and we don't want to on the switch itself. By lying on the bed itself, we want all the appliances to be on. So nowadays, if you take like all the appliances control using your mobile phone itself. Okay, we are not taking remote control also in the mobile phone itself with one app. Modern homes, okay, smart homes, like from from your door to your gas stove, then your motor, pumping motor, then AC, refrigerator, washing machine, air conditioner, everything was controlled. Okay, so like a modern city life, what they'll do is they'll just put the all the dresses in the washing machine. Just like that, they will on for a half an hour or 1 hour. That mode they will on and they will just come for the office. So automatically after half an hour, it will be get stopped. And with the smart control, you can switch on and switch off also. Like AC, say for example, you are coming by 5 o'clock in the evening or 6 o'clock in the evening. You want the room temperature to be very cool. So by the time, before 10 minutes itself, we are just switching on our AC by using the smart apps, mobile apps. So by the time while we enter into the house, our home will be very, very cool. Like that. So the day by day load is getting increased. So for managing that load, so what we need to do as an electrical engineer or as a power system engineer. Say for example, after completing this degree, so many of us are at their dream job. Okay, so first dream job of electrical engineer is to get placed in a like electricity sector, like electricity board. So generation corporation, distribution corporation, then transmission corporation is there. So any of the sector we want to enter, that is our first dream. Why? Because so while enter into the that services, we just working on the real world environment. Okay, generation sector, transmission sector, distribution sector. So if you take like generation sectors, so whatever we are enjoying the power, that is very easy. Okay, so by sitting in the home, we are enjoying the power with using all the appliances. We are having the very sophisticated life. But even if you we ever think like what is happening in the generating station, what is happening in the transmission system, what is happening in the distribution system, how they are suffering. Okay, how they are suffering to give the power to us. So how they are forecasting the power. Say for example, today's date is 14th August. 14th August, if they want to give the power means, give the power for 24 hours means they have to forecast one day or 2 days before itself. What might be the exactly the load will be of. This may say for example, today's load of our state will be of 15,000 megawatt. 15,000 megawatt. So for managing that 15,000 megawatt, what all the generating station you should on. So what is the installed capacity of the generating station in our state? Okay, so instead of 15,000 megawatt, there might be installed capacities of more. Installed capacity of thermal generating unit or like hydro, then your renewable, nuclear will be of installed capacities more. But we are selecting based on the resources, in our hand. Okay, because if it is rains heavily in this throughout this autumn season or this winter season, then the water content in the dam might be of plenty it is available. So with that we can easily generate the power, and also through the river we are getting. But even though if the dam is filled, so whenever we can easily touch upon the hydro generation. If it is not rains, and even your river also the flow in the river also is decreasing. So due to the okay, due to the rainfall. So that is also some of the matters while we are touching the hydro power station. Okay, so thermal power station, we have to forecast. What they will do is they will forecast for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. So what might be the generation from thermal power station? So priorly they will keep the order like this much tons we need for this particular month. So priorly they will order and they will import from some other foreign countries, or they will buy from the coal mines, nearby coal mines, whichever the transportation is very easy. Like that, they might be choosing. They will be getting. So they will not buy. Okay, today we want 1,000 tons of coal. Now they will not buy yesterday or day before yesterday, like that. So 1 month prior, or 2 months prior, 3 months prior itself, they will be taking all the coal. They will be buying all the coal, and they will put in the cold storage plant, dump yards. Coal dump yards might be there in a particular district or particular state. Some coal dump yards might be there. So from that, all the coal will be dumped on to that place. So whenever you want, you can take it over there, or otherwise simply that is also again a transportation issue. Okay, again you have to dump, again you have to take from the dump yard to nearby your thermal power station. So that also the matters. So based on that, they might be getting and dumping the coal. Okay, so that forecast because today this year is 2021. Say for example, in 2020, what might be the load in the same day. Say for example, Independence Day. Tomorrow is Independence Day. So tomorrow is Independence Day. So it might be the holiday, and what we guys will do is like in domestic load. So home loads will increase like anything. So we'll all on our appliances. The television will run for even 10, 12 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours in a daytime itself. Daytime itself, nighttime, maybe some might be. So daytime itself, television will run for 12 hours. Okay, then if you take like your some other appliances, we'll use ACs will on, like that. So the load might be increasing in the domestic side, will be heavy. And if you take like industrial sector, like most of the industries will be shut off on. Okay, so independence in like 90-95% of loads, like industrial loads will be shut off. Only some few industries might be running. So the industrial load might be of very less, whereas the domestic load will be heavily loading. So based on that, what they will do is they will forecast. So this today, say for example, 13,500 megawatt is the today load of the whole state. So tomorrow, so might be, so industrial load is getting reduced. So it might be of say for example 11,000 megawatt in the combining your domestic and industrial load, like might be of 11,500 megawatt. So what they will do is they will forecast and they will go for the generation also. So how they will how they will select the generating units. They will select the generating units with the least cost generator. Okay, so they will not touch the they will not generate the power from the costliest generator. If we are going for costliest generator, like thermal generating unit is the costliest one. Why? Because if you take like a per your kg of lignite coal, okay, so good quality of coal, like if you are purchasing in the wholesale, it might be of from 15 rupees to 18 rupees. Good quality coal. I'm telling about good quality coal, not the coal what you are purchasing for like a firewood purpose. That is not. This is the good quality of coal. So because if you take like thermal generating units, you have to generate 1,000 megawatts or 1,500 megawatts. So that much heat you have to generate. Okay, that much heat you have to generate. Then only like 500 degrees Celsius, 600 degrees Celsius heat you have to generate. Then only you may able to generate like 1,000 megawatt or 1,500 megawatt. Depends on the size. The temperature will vary, and also depends on the that that furnace, the boiler size, how many boilers they might be using. That it depends. But normally, normal example I am telling. So this much temperature you want to generate. So that what they'll do is they will priorly they will purchase the thing, and also this is of more cost. This is very costly thermal. So if you go for hydro, say for example 12 hours is the peak load. 12 hours is the peak load. In a 24 hours of the day, 12 hours is the peak load. So 12 hours you have to manage. 12 hours you have to manage with the least cost generators. So if they select with the costliest generators, automatically it will be reflecting on our tariff. So ultimately, who will be the loser? Loser will be us only, that is consumers. Even though like domestic consumers or industry consumers, we have to pay more. Say for example, per month we are paying around 1,500 rupees for our home per month. Normally, if you are running all the things, 1,500 to 2,000 it will be. So if from the generating station, from what they are doing is they are selecting the costliest generator. Say for example, almost they are touching, they are generating the power from thermal generating, means they are not utilizing the hydro that much, means so automatically the coal what used is also will be increased. Automatically coal increased means automatically they have to purchase more. They have to purchase more. So who will pay for them? Ultimately ourselves only. We are the consumers. So we are the consumers. We have to pay. We have to pay. So say for example, industrial consumers, they will pay. They will pay more. Automatically the price rise will happen. So now what it is happening, no? So petrol cost, diesel cost, due to the ever increase in the petrol and diesel cost, all the prices, if you take like normally all the products price and all the food items, everything, stationery, everything items, 20 rupees, 30 rupees increase. So what is the reason behind that? Due to the transportation cost. Transportation means defaultly diesel, petrol, diesel. Okay, they have to carry, no? They have to carry from one place to another place. So automatically, previously they were paying around 70, 80 rupees. So now 105 rupees means 25 rupees increased. 20 rupees increased. Diesel also. So 20 rupees increase means definitely who will pay for them? Ultimately ourselves only, consumers. So we are only buying that food items like stationaries, like that we are only buying. So ultimately it will reflect on us only. So like that, the tariff also, it will reflect on that only. And also if you take like hydro power stations. Hydro power station, what they are doing is depends on the quantity of the water. Depends on the quantity of amount of the water. Okay, so in the like TMCs of water, TMCs. So 1 TMC is around 28,300. Okay, 28,318 liters around approximately. Okay, so that is the 1 TMC of water. So depends on the quantity of cubical meter, that is volume of the water. So depends on TMCs. It is measured in the TMCs. So based on that, they may generate the power. So we are having in the dam like 5 TMCs of water. So daily we are utilizing 0.25 TMCs for generating some 500 megawatt of power, or 2000 megawatt of power, like that. So like that they may forecast. And say for example, if we generate 13,000 megawatt is the demand, for example, I'm saying. So from hydro itself, you need to generate around say for example 4,000 megawatt you need to generate from hydro alone. So you will not generate all over the 4,000 megawatt at a time from one dam. Okay, so it may be distributing, like in the one dam it might be of 500 megawatt, in another dam 1,000 megawatt, in another dam some 200 megawatt, in some stages of the dam like 100 megawatt, in some stages 50 megawatt, like that. Together in the together in the state, it is coming around. So we are deciding like from the hydro itself, we have to generate around 4,500 megawatt. Okay, so like that, from each dam depends on the quantity of the amount, quantity of the water availability. So what we are doing is we are generating the power. We are generating the power. So based on that, so what they will do is in the early morning itself. In the early morning, we are getting up around 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock only. But early morning, like if you take like 4 o'clock, they have to report. The report has to send to concerned state government. Okay, so in our state, this many dams are 10 dams, for example, 10 dams are there. So in the 10 dams, this much TMCs of amount of water is available. Likewise, like a public works department. So that will be carried out by the public works department. Okay, PWD. In every state, it might be there. State Public Works Department and Central Public Works Department might be there. So in that, what they will do is they will measure the amount of water. So like this much feet of water is available. Say for example, 100 feet of water is available in a dam. So they know the volume of the dam. So they may calculate so this much feet means 100 feet means like this much 5 TMCs of water might be available in the particular dam. Like that, they have to send that report early morning, 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. early morning. So like that, 10 dams are there, 10 dams. So concerned engineers will be there, assistant engineers will be there, executive engineers will be there in that particular generating station or particular dam. Okay, so they will be reporting to the executive engineer. So the executive engineer, he will report to the all the executive engineers of that particular generating station. Say for example, I'm telling only about hydro. So hydro, so executive engineer hydro might be there. So they will report to a chief engineer. So in a state, one chief engineer will be there. Okay, so that chief engineer, what he will do is he will prepare a report based on all the reports from the every dams. He will prepare a general report. So this much TMCs of water available in the first dam, second dam, like that. So with this much TMCs of water, we can generate power up to for 1 month. If daily we are generating 500 megawatt, or daily we are generating 4,000 as a whole. I'm telling daily we are generating 4,000 megawatt from the particular dam. At the last, we can generate around it will last up to 1 month, like that, or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. It will last up to 90 days, like that. They will be sending the report. So based on that, the chief engineer, what he will do is he will report to the government secretary. So electricity board will be there. No? Electricity board, so restructured in the approximately in the year of like 2010 11, like that. So what they did is they went for the restructuring part. So previously, if you take like state electricity board, in the previously, if you take like Andhra Pradesh state electricity board. So after the separation, it becomes like Telangana. So before itself, state electricity board got restructured, like Andhra Pradesh state generation corporation, power generation corporation. Okay, then Andhra Pradesh state transmission corporation, Andhra Pradesh state distribution corporation. Like that, 3 sectors they divided. It is not mandatory like you have to segregate generation alone, transmission alone, or distribution alone. So there is a in the restructuring rule itself, that will be given with the option. Okay, you can combine also generation plus transmission or generation plus distribution. So it based on the states, some states it is transmission and distribution corporation. Only generation alone, one entity, and another entity is transmission and distribution corporation. Like that it is. So after Telangana state formation, they also did the same thing. Telangana state generation corporation, power generation corporation, Telangana state transmission corporation, distribution corporation. Like that, they divided the three entities. So these are called the entities. Three separate entity which only owns if you go for generation corporation, which only owns generation sector, transmission sector if you go for, which only owns transmission lines. Okay, distribution corporation only distribution and collection of tariff also they might be taking care of. So this chief engineer, what he will do is he will report to the secretary to the government, secretary to the electricity board. So they might be of some IAS officer. So he or she will be the IAS officer. They are the secretary to that particular board, electricity board. So that report will go to this board. So not only the hydro, I'm telling about even thermal, like coal capacity. Then this wind resources. Today's wind resources. Nowadays the forecasting wind is very easy. Okay, previously you need so whatever the thing that you have to generate, but nowadays due to the modern technological development, so you can forecast. So what is the today's wind speed? What is the today's wind speed? What is the maximum wind speed? What is the minimum wind speed? Say for example, today's wind speed is forecasted wind speed is 45 kilometers per hour, maximum wind speed. Minimum wind speed recorded is some 15 kilometers per hour, or 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, and also time by time it is forecasted. So from morning from 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. this might be the wind speed. Then 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. this might be the wind speed. 6 p.m. to another 12 midnight this might be the wind. Like that exactly we are getting, even hour by hour forecasting data also you are getting. Okay, so many sites also that you can easily see what is the wind speed in your area. So what is the amount of and even for solar PV power generation also. Okay, power generation from the solar also you can forecast. So what is the intensity of the light temperature that is forecasted in the today's date, hour by hour, minute by minute also forecasting is there. Okay, so hour by hour, this is the intensity of the sunlight. So with this intensity we can generate this much amount of power. Okay, and many softwares also they developed. If you give the intensity of the light from the solar power, it will give the data. This much megawatt of power you can generate. 50 megawatt of power, 100 megawatt, 200 megawatt, 500 megawatt, depends on the intensity of the light, and also installed capacity of the solar plant, installed capacity of the solar plant, and also installed capacity of the wind plant. Okay, like that easily forecasting we can. So all this data will be combined, because generation sector, the engineers are there, assistant engineers are there, then divisional engineers is there, then executive engineers is there. Like that, district wise executive engineers is there. This executive engineers will be reporting to your chief engineer. Then chief engineer will be reporting to the government secretary, IAS officer. So that government secretary will be reporting to the minister. So state minister of power will be there, electricity board, state minister of power. So this state minister, what he will do is he will go with that data. He will combine all this data, and he will sometimes he himself will take the decision. Sometimes what they will do is they will go for the decision from the chief minister. Chief minister he will ask for the suggestion. So today's resources is, say for example, today's load is our state load is 13,500 megawatt. So from the resources you can generate around 12,500 megawatt. Okay, so 13,500 megawatt is the today's load forecast. But from the resources, from the hydro, thermal, then from the renewable energy resources, then from the another renewable resources means wind, solar, from biogas plant, from the nuclear, something, many generating stations. We are getting only this 12,500 megawatt only. But what is the deficit? 13,500 minus 12,500 is 1,000 megawatt is the power deficit of the today's day. Okay, say for example, today is the 1,000 megawatts is the power deficit. So how to manage like that? They may be asking suggestion from the chief minister also. Sometimes your minister itself will give the clarification like that. So there is no resources today availability of the. So today the forecasted wind forecast is very less, and also intensity of the temperature also due to the climate changes, or so temperature also very less. So with that we can't generate another 1,000 megawatt. So this much is the deficit, like that also. So like that the decision has to taken by the chief minister, or otherwise ministry of state minister of power. So this data, what they are doing is they are updating to the union minister of power also. Okay, so union ministry of power also. So every state they have to send the data daily. This is happening daily. They from morning 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, within that time that data has to reach the ministry of power also, because the union ministry of power, they are also updating the data from each state. What is the resources, availability of the resources, then what is the installed capacity of the generator from the each state. So what is the generation that is happening in the particular state. Okay, like Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, like that. Each state, that is a report. If you find, you can easily find out that reports from the Ministry of Power website. Daily they are updating. Early morning they are updating. Okay, so that also they have to report. So some state government, so say for example 1,000 megawatt I said now, that is the deficit. So they can go for asking from the central union ministry also, because some like nuclear stations and all owned by the even though majority of the shares owned by the union ministry only. Like some majority of the dams in the states, majority of the shares owned by state government, maybe 80% of to 90% of shares owned by state government only minimum percentage, like 10% to 15% only owned by the union ministries. Okay, so something like 90% of shares owned by union ministry only. Union Ministry of Power, they only have majority of this like a nuclear power station and all, and some of the dams, majority of the shares owned by Union Ministry. So what they will do is, this deficit, how they will manage, they will ask for the so from the nearby states. First they will ask for the nearby states, like Andhra Pradesh, then Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, like that. They may ask for the nearby state. So even if in their states deficit is not that they are generating more power months, they will give sometimes in the summer seasons. Say for example, summer seasons. So in every state some deficit might be there, because summer states load might be increasing like anything. So in that cases you can go for asking from central union government. So union government, they will allot like more power to particular state. So say for example that 1,000 megawatt I said not deficit. So 600 megawatt, say for example you are asking me. So okay, they are also giving 600 megawatts. Again 400 megawatt, how they will management, they will get from the nearby states like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, some other resources like wind resources from northern states like Maharashtra, like that also they can buy. Okay, so what they will do is for that importing they have to pay. Sometimes we will also export. Sometimes we generation might be more in our state, so we will also export to some other states also, some other nearby states. Whoever is demanding, will give to some 1 or 2 rupees per unit cost. Will give for more. Why? Because we are we are exporting. No, so while importing also they will say they will sell some for some more 1 or 2 rupees. They will sell for more. Why? Because they also have to get the profit. Simply like that, they are selling the same price means then because they are also generating and also they are also transmitting costs is there, generation cost is there. So they will also 1 or 2 rupees or 5 rupees. They will be selling for the more price. Or otherwise, in the worst case, this also not that in the summer season, nearby state also they will not also not able to give the power from the central sector also. The union government also not giving the this much like they are also they are also having deficit, so they are also not giving the power. They are giving the power. Even you will be finding 500 megawatt deficit in the today's day. So what they will do is simply they will go for power shutdown. Shutdown means, so 1 hour what they will do is they will go for the frequent power shutdown from the all over the this state. Okay, so first they will touch upon the remote places like deep villages, because there the demand might be of very less. So if they touch upon the like touch upon the this thing like city side. So major industries are running, software industries are there, some other industries are running. So even if you touch the industries, 1 or 2 industries, so loss might be there. So if you off the like commercial sector, if you commercial industrial tariff, they are paying more than us. So like domestic sector, domestic consumers only we are paying around 5 rupees to 7 rupees, depends on the seasons. But industrial sectors, commercial tariff, if you take like commercial tariff type 1, type 2, type 3, then industrial tariff, like they are paying uh, 8 rupees, 12 rupees, then 15 rupees, 18 rupees, 20 rupees, 22 rupees, like that, and all they are paying for per unit cost in the industrial sector, I'm telling. So in that they are paying more. So ultimately profit from that sector is more. Profit from that sector is more. And also if you are going for MOE with the industrial sector, so you have to provide with the reliable supply. Reliable means 24/7. Okay, 24/7 or 24 by 30 days, 24 by 365 days. You have to give the power to them. Okay, because you are putting the MOU there itself. And in some state, private participants also there. Private power generating sectors also there. Okay, they will be owning around like 500 megawatt, 1,000 megawatt. So you can also buy from private sectors also, but a little bit costly. A little bit costly. They are selling the power. Okay, so that also that. And also if you rely more on the private, if you buying more from the private sectors, automatically you need to spend more, because they will be sending 1 or 2 rupees more means. So who will manage means, again we will only um, ultimately we have to pay the tariff. We have to pay the tariff. On the average, so this much crores it is increasing now. What they will do is per unit cost they will increase 1 or 2 rupees in the summer season. So ultimately we only have to pay. Otherwise we have to go for the what generation sectors might be doing is they will go for the frequent power shutdowns. So you'll be finding in summer season, like in day hours itself, some 1 hour or half an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then half an hour like that, they may go for the frequent shutdowns, So that also there. So ultimately, or otherwise, what your ministry, state minister of power and your chief minister, what they will do is they will decide. So even though uh, they have to manage now that 1,000 megawatt. So what they will do is they will go for the thermal generation, power generation from the thermal. So power generation from the thermal means you have to spend on more. You have to spend on more. So ultimately, something they will make that profit from some other sectors. Some other sectors they will even though they are spending, but some other sectors they are getting profit. No, so what they will do is they will manage the tariff, manage the tariff. So that is decided by the your chief minister. Otherwise, if the state is running with a okay, so more loans are there for the state. Okay, budget, they will take the budget and they will see. So the profit is not coming that much means. So ultimately, they have to go for the shutdown only, power shutdown only, or otherwise with the loan also they can do with the loan. So what they will do is from the private sectors they will buy that power. So later they will pay after getting our from the tariff from us. Then they will pay, or otherwise like MOU will be there. Yearly they will pay, or monthly once they will pay. 3 months once they will pay, like that. So even 3 months once they will pay now for the private sector, they have to give some interest. They have to give some interest. Okay, so even they are buying this much 1,000 crores now, they have to pay around some 10 crores or 1,015 crores. They have to pay. 15 crores might be the interest for them. Okay, simply like that, they will not give also. And also sometimes they will go for increasing the tariff rate also. Per unit cost also they might be increasing 10 paise, 15 paise, 20 paise, like per unit cost, or 1 rupee, 50 paise, 1 rupee. So 1 rupee means, so who will pay? We have to pay. We have to, consumers have to pay for that particular thing. And also this is what the thing is happening. Okay, and the dispatching of the power also very, very important. We purchased, and how optimally we are dispatching that power by reducing the losses. That is also very, very important. Okay, purchasing, choosing the least cost generators, first. Next, dispatching the power, optimal dispatching the generators. Optimally, how optimally we are dispatching the power, so that ultimately cost might be decreasing. So that also very, very important in this control. Okay, forecasting and operation. Operation means whole operation, generation, transmission, distribution, whole operation is there. So that only we are going to study in the forthcoming classes.